This is a series of pictures I took inspired by looking out my own window in Chelsea. I go to other people's apartments and look into their neighbors' windows, and then I go to their neighbors and photograph back the other way. This couple's great. He came to the show, this man, Lou. And Lou and Anita look at each other every day. Anita promised Lou's wife on her deathbed that she would look after Lou. So every morning she checks on him and makes sure his shades are up, make sure he's moving around the apartment. So the window really is like a lifeline for him. And this woman here had a beautiful view that was obstructed by construction, and the construction worker could look into her apartment. So I thought it was amazing that she lives in this luxurious apartment and she's being stared at by a construction worker. This is Samira's apartment, and it was breathtaking to see this view. It was one of the most amazing apartments I've ever been in New York. It was a 360-degree view of New York City in her apartment. She didn't actually like it. And she's probably the one person in all of my shoots who wasn't particularly happy with her view. And even though it was breathtaking and she appreciated it and she understood, she was very lucky to have it. She had 2 small kids, and the height made her nervous. And she ended up moving out of the apartment soon after the shoot. This is Dina, who lives with her siblings, and they don't have a great view, and their view is just a Seatown Market, but they love it because they feel like they see people walking by and they feel part of the urban environment, and they're really happy there. So it's funny to me, like, looking at a grocery store doesn't sound that exciting to me, but to them, it anchors them to their community, so they love it. This apartment is great. It's my friend Ariel, and she's a lifelong New Yorker and always lived on the Upper West Side in apartments that had no views, no light. And finally she got fed up and she moved to Queens for the view of Manhattan. What I find in New York is so often we live in our own little bubble, in our own little world, and we don't connect with people who are very different than us. And I found through this project that I meet people who on the surface seem really different, and then when I look at the mundane details of their lives and sort of the fact that they're having a dinner party or playing with their baby or taking a bath, all those mundane details remind me that in the end we're all kind of alike and have a way of connecting. I think every city has its own way where people connect to their neighbors somehow, and in LA it's through the car window. In New York I think it's through the apartment window.